What is going on, guys? Luther here with another Raidshadowlegends video. Today I'm going to be showcasing my finite 20 speed team. Now you might be thinking, oh my god, Luther, why aren't you farming 25? I do farm 25. I farm that overnight on my computer or my phone. But when you just want to bam out some quick runs or whatever, this is a 29/30 second team consistently. Consistently 29/30 second team, barring 3%. Now, the only fail condition on this team is if Ghostborn's Evil Eye proc gets 3% resisted, but obviously that's a 3%, and you can fix that by just making your cold hearts faster. But look at that, 29 seconds, boom, done, easy. So this team is obviously Ghostborn, Seer, 2 cold hearts, and a Kaima. It's just consistent. We're doing decreased defense and increased attack with our Ghostborn. Ghostborn's in a shield set. Kaima's got a blood shield ring. Ghostborn's got a blood shield ring. The blood shield part isn't necessary. It depends on your Seer's crit damage, obviously. If you see it in if you're in Savage and those sort of things. But like I said, this is a consistent team. Look at that, 29 seconds again. It's consistent. You would be surprised how many accounts I have been on that have 2 cold hearts that don't have an allure. I know, it sounds whack, but it is a lot more common than you think. The amount of accounts I've worked on or I've seen in my time as a content creator, there has been so many accounts that have 2 cold hearts that don't have an allure. So if you wanted to run variations to this team, you could run Renegade instead of Kaima, but you're going to need CC for wave 2, or you're going to have to be fast enough to go twice on wave 2. Seer is kind of important, obviously, because she's the one doing the one-shotting. Ghostborn can be replaced by any decreased defense champion, Stag Knight for example, because he's positive affinity. You could even run a Zargala because she's neutral affinity on this one. The only downside though is if you replace Ghostborn with, we'll say you're replacing with Stag Knight, he doesn't bring a buff. So you're probably going to have to drop a Cold Heart in order to get a buff champion. Now you can run Archmage. He's got the 3 buffs. Just bear in mind, if you're running Archmage and Renegade, which I have done in a lot of my videos and I will continue to do, probably just to showcase more easy to obtain ways of doing these runs, is that he might weak hit, which will cause him not to stun on the 3rd wave. So if you've got another buff champion that can do CC, perfect. But there is always variations to these teams that can be done. So as we can see here, super consistent team. I'll go through my presets with you, and then we will show you some of the builds that we've got going on. So as we can see here, Seer's just set to do obviously her Karma burn, nothing special. Ghostborn's just set to do A3. Now here we want to open with our A1 just so we're not wasting any abilities and we're actually doing a damage. Open with our Seal of Magic on round 2, and then we're going to open with our A1 on round 3. Now Cold Hearts, because they're not taking a turn on the waves, they can do whatever they want. And then round 3 they already adjusted their AI so that they will open with A1s. Now the benefit of Cold Heart is that her A1 is a 4 hitter, so that's 8 hits on the shield, and then we're popping, Kaima's popping another one, Seer's popping another one, Ghostborn's popping another one. It's fantastic. This team is fantastic, I'm telling you. Let's have a look at my Cold Hearts, and then we'll go through the rest of the team. So Cold Heart, beautiful champion. I haven't rebuilt mine in quite some time. You don't need this much crit damage, but the main thing is you only need 70% crit rate for A3. A lot of people forget that. I've been on a lot of people's accounts and they've had 100% crit rate, so you don't need to do that. Just do your 70% crit rate. Focus more on your crit damage. Enough accuracy to do her job. General rule of accuracy is 10 times the level of dungeon you're farming. This case, we're farming finite 20, 200 accuracy at a minimum. A lot of people don't know of this rule, so I'm trying to bring more awareness to it. You can see here I'm slightly above my crit rate needs, but crit damage is really good. Where's my Seer? We're running Seer. She's in Savage. You do not need this high. If you're in Savage, you can probably lose about 50% crit damage, if I'm being 100% honest. She doesn't need to be that strong. Go spawn, just in a shield set, nothing special. I think I put some crit rate and crit damage on him, but he's not really doing that much damage in this boss. The beauty and why I run Go spawn in a lot of my speed teams, for those of you who don't know, is this. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance, 100% chance when booked, of placing a 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted. You don't need to build accuracy on your Go spawn. It's fantastic. And then he places increased attack on yourself. So you're giving buffs to your team and decreasing defense. Now the only reason mine does have accuracy is 1, to land decreased defense from his A1, but 2, because I'm rocking Evil Eye. So Evil Eye decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits them with the default skill for the first time. So 20% decrease turn meter on the Fire Knight from Go spawn. Huge. Gives us more time for our cold hearts to come in. Now this does need accuracy. So if we can see on my seer, I'm running pretty much the same thing as well. And then I think my cold hearts also have a lot of my champions, and most of my champions to be exact, have Evil Eye. Evil Eye, oh, one of the best masteries you could run. We are running crit damage, final mastery on cold heart and seer. I know a lot of people take Helm Smasher on seer especially, but I prefer the consistency. So I run Flawless Execution on all my max HP damage dealers. Then if we have a look at Kaimar is just an arena build. Nothing too flash. I mean, yeah, 300 speed, but in terms of in-game Kaimars, mine's not the best. We're running counterattack. But look again, Evil Eye. All my champions have Evil Eye. But yeah, this is my speed 20 team. Now you can run, if you've got Lydia, drop your Go spawn, put Lydia in. If you're someone who's finished Faction Wars, Lydia is a great call out. Decrease defense, weaken, and then she puts 2 buffs on your team, so you wouldn't even need a shield set. But if you're running Renegade, generally you've got a shield set on your Renegade. But she brings the increased speed, and then she brings the strengthen. Now, as we saw there, I actually had a 3% resist on a Cold Hearts A3. Doesn't matter. We got 2 Cold Hearts, so we're Gucci. Boom! Look at that, 29 seconds. I'm telling you. I'm really into doing these, into speeding up people's dungeon times and doing speed dungeon teams. So if you're looking for some dungeon speed time help, I have a Discord. I'll link the Discord below. I also have a Twitch. More than happy to jump on your account, see what we can do about speeding up your dungeon times. That's the end for this video. If you've enjoyed the content, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have any content suggestions, things you would love to see on the channel, if you're stuck on something, if I haven't covered something, there will be another free-to-play episode coming soon, TM. Keep an eye out for that one. It's always going to be a good one. But my name's Luther. Have a great afternoon, great morning, great evening, wherever you are in the world, and take care. Goodbye.